to apply something called a noise gate. Can you hear my voice? Well, I'm going to assume it's better because the little green number thing. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, okay. But before it was always happening, right? Sniper, do you hear any weird screaming? No, this is better than nothing, I guess. It might be that it's just too sensitive. Okay, is this any better? Alright, well, I've done what I can. What I was doing was a doll slurp, because doing the stream will help me, doll slurps are boring and tedious, and they're really easy to screw up. Oh, it's happening more often, Jesus. Okay, well, get rid of that thing. Good enough, then. As far as I know, I didn't have static the first time. My connection's good. Doop, 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 doop. Like, I see something that looks like it could be of microphone volume, but it's just not doing anything. Okay, well, when it was at 0, it did something. Can you guys still hear me? Yes, it's the waste blanket. Alright. Is there at least less static? Sniper says now he can't hear me at all. Well, shit. This is bullshit. Let's just agree that it's bullshit together. Anyway, I'm gonna work on dolls, probably. Maybe. Wait. Not that. I need to unzip this one, too. So these are the dolls IO sent me. I haven't even gotten to the part that isn't, like, new stuff. So I've got... Oh man, I don't want it to be showing that. I want it to be showing... this thing. Hopefully it is. It's not. So show live is supposed to be showing... I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I do all this stuff? Because there's a lot of moving parts, and I want to be like, hey, here's all the different... There we go. There. So, we're not even getting to this point where it's all this shit, and once again, somebody uploads an entire, like... That is not what a body should look like when they get uploaded. Like, these are all the parts I need to slurp even beyond the new stuff. No way to know, like, off the top of my head whether it's working or not. I mean, unless it's something really weird like that body that just was wrong. I could swear we had that part already. And that part. Well, this part, yeah, this is just the default stuff. Okay. And so's that. Okay, good. Yeah, there's all that stuff. I've got this. This is a test thingy that lets me go, oh, hey, here's all the parts for hair. That's not the right color. That's going to be a problem. I think we might only have, like, homestuck parts. That's a tail. What a weird color for a tail. Like, I don't think we have any... Well, we had huts from Openbound. Nobody submitted any virus parts. Yeah, there's some Openbound stuff. It's been a while since we've had anything there. Just not quite sure, like, that's... Most Openbound dolls are now going, like... There's 24 total, and 9 of them are these glasses. So, like, nearly half of all Openbound dolls are going to have these glasses in different colors now. Someone added the lost horns. Negative 18 symbols. That means something did not get set up right. If I do this, is it going to... Good. Yeah, there was a right eye that was a full body. It was... Do I use WinRAR or 7-zip? If I absolutely have to, if it's like an actual RAR, but if it's just a zip, why not just click, you know, click the auto shit. So anyway, we're going back to doing the new stuff, the new parts. So the big thing is we've got it in 2 sections. And are they... Okay, they are divided up, so we can copy over part 2, we can copy into part 1 manually. And this is going to be like, normally it takes like, what, 7 hours? I'm not going to stream for that long, my voice would die. But the point is, PL did this thing where it should be way fast. They're not named the same. Okay. So, I guess socks are probably shoes. Skirt is body? And hair back would be hair, you know, back, without a space. Oh no, this is going to be so boring, you guys. You're gonna have to watch me rename everything. We want to go into hair back. So, like, basically, I'm doing this to keep myself from, like, going insane while I work on this. And also to be like, hey, here's why it takes 7 hours. Although it'll probably take less than that now that we've got PL's upgrade. Come on. Alright, so hair front and hair back should be empty. They're not, because I had copy instead of paste, but whatever. I mean, copy instead of cut. Alright, so let's confirm that socks are the same thing as shoes. This time I remembered to cut. I'm currently alarmed that they're different colors. I don't think these are the same parts. No, I do not think they are the same parts. This is alarming and weird. Control Z the fuck out of there. So I guess there's just a new thing called socks that got added, and maybe that means skirt is not the same thing as body. Gosh. I think IO sent me a list of what order the parts are in. That will actually give me an idea of what actually is going on. Glasses, hair, mouth, eyebrows, eyes, front bow, skirt, shoes, socks, body, bow, bow back, and then hair back. Jesus. Okay. Okay, we can handle this. We can handle this. Alright, so first thing is going to be the code. So let's go over to coding. Yes. So the first thing we need to do is, well, let's close all this shit. Alright. And then I want to make sure I can actually see you guys talk. There we go. Alright, so we have a brand new type of doll. It's not kid-based. It's not plant-based. The easiest one to build it out of is probably the vessel maker. Just because it's the most modern one we made. Magical doll. I could say magical girl, but what if some of them aren't girls, man? You gotta be inclusive. Alright, so we're building it off this template. Same creator. We need to pick a new rendering type. This part's always frustrating because what rendering types even exist? Like, there's not a quick, easy way. But yeah, 45 seems right. Yeah, Sniper gets it. Magical Girl Ore, man. You can't assume magical girls are girls. Or vice versa. Alright. I don't actually know the width or the height of any of these parts, so I'm gonna go over and you won't be able to see all this, but I'm just gonna open up one of the layers in, like GIMP or whatever. Maybe... No. Sometimes it'll tell you, like, oh, it's this size by this size, but I guess not in Windows, because Windows is the worst. It's not. It's really not. I'd still pick Windows over at least half of the different kinds of Linux. Alright, so it looks like it's a 600 by 600 image? But the body is this little tiny thing floating in the center of it. Like, you can see here, right? Like, I wonder if some of the other layers use all that extra space? I mean, I'm not gonna go and manually, like, you know, crop all of these. I mean, I guess it could have an interesting effect applied to the background. Okay, well, they're 600 by 600, and that's just the life we have to accept. Yeah, you can only see the IDE right now. Because I didn't actually, like, I was only going to spend, like, 10 seconds in GIMP. But yeah, so they're 600 by 600, which is going to be a lot of wasted space. They're called magical dolls. I haven't actually transferred them to where they need to go, so I'm going to name it Magical Dolls. So let's go back over here so I can name some shit. We want to go into... Where the fuck is DollSim? Correct. This is basically the source for all the doll stuff. So we need to make a directory for it. Hello, cat. Alright, so we need to make a new directory. Hello, cat. You're on TV. But I have to work right now. Magical doll. Hello. I love you too. Trying to work on dolls. I can't work on dolls and pet a cat at the same time. I've tried. Alright. Actually, it turns out I can. I'm more talented than I thought. Alright, so we've got the files transferred. They are not... So some of them have spaces, so we need to fix that. Because you never know when a space is going to fuck over some code. And if you have the ability to control folder names and file names, you want to get rid of spaces. Oh, it's taking so long to rename things, which I think is like I think streaming is kind of making things slower. See, for Hair 13, well, Hair 7, the problem was just naming. It was like lowercase versus uppercase, and it sucked. Alright, so we're going to have to rename every single one of these files, but we're not doing that right now. We're going to go back to the land of coding and shenanigans. So we don't have these max parts anymore because PL did a thing. Yeah, it was totally, because Hair 13 is the braids, not the braids, the pigtails. Hair 7 is just Nepeta. So we need to have rendering order layers, and IO sent me layer orders. We can worry about renaming literally every file in a second. But what PL sent me was this. So first off is which order. I think glasses would be on top, which means I need to start with hair back. So we have hair back, bow back, body. Nope, nope. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, there are so many dolls now, which is why I've had to be like, okay, well, let's cool it just a little bit on adding new doll sets, because it takes a very long time. And it only takes longer the more we have. Wait. After body is, okay, yeah, socks. SOCKS. Shoes. Skirt. Front bow. Front tail, eyebrows. Mouth. And then hair front. I guess that means things like glasses. Oh wait, there is still glasses. Okay, hair. This is complicated. Alright, so we've got our layers. And then we just need to talk about what order they go in. Hair back is the furthest from the front. Bow back. Body. Socks. Shoes. Skirt. Front bow. Eyes. Eyebrows. Mouth. Hair and glasses. And the reason why rendering and data are two separate things is, let's say that IO says, wait, they're also pretty princess angels or something, or fairies. They have wings. Well, you know, if I were to just say, oh, well, put wings, oh, but wings would be in the back, and I put wings here, the data would get screwed up. Like, you need to, for the data, you need to have it on the end. So they have to be, even though right now they're the same, it could be wings are here, but they're over here for data. And for all I know, that's not even required anymore because of the upgrades I've done to how data works, but who knows. So right now it's upset about something. Right now it's using the Homestuck palette. I haven't seen any indication that that IO went off palette. Obviously it's not a vessel doll anymore. It's a magical doll. Randomizing colors, really, I probably could just use... I'd probably just use the default stuff, but And they're just going to have a random human quirk. Actually, what's the parent do? Why did I even bother overriding that in Vessel Doll? Let's just rip that out for here. So yeah, on the right you can see what the old system used to be. Like, we had these variables where we keep track of what's the biggest number in this doll. And, you know, PL made this new system where it does this weird shit. And it will slurp up the maximum value from a file. So instead of having, like, I would have to do all this, and then I would have to compile in DollSim, in the doll maker, in the trading card thing, in Lohay, in everything. And that was not tenable. Like, in addition, you know, I'd also have to be like, okay, like, obviously I'm having to do code for a new doll type, but if it was like, hey, I want you to add 50 eyes to the kid maker, I'd still have to compile. Whereas this way, I only have to compile if there's something new. So the types we need to initialize are right here. I'm bringing them down so I can just remember what they are. I have the memory of a goldfish. So, if I remember right, name is, yeah, name is just the name of the doll, so we don't need to, like, manually say vessel or whatever. This will make it so that my future... Like, you're not supposed to copy and paste code, but fuck if I don't every time. Because I live in this world where there are some things I can, like, extract out to be a little bit more efficient. I mean, most code lives in doll. I mean, you can see it. Like, look at all this shit. I'm not copying and pasting or whatever all this shit every time I make a new doll. But some things are just like, you know what, let's just copy and paste vessel dolls because they're pretty empty. Hair back. Like, this is just so we know what to look for in that file. This is the folder. I'm wondering if... Yeah, I think this is going to also be the display for the form. This is the first time I've used PL's thing. Alright, so this part right here needs to be named the same thing that it's going to be in the folder. It's definitely witchery. So... I'll just make sure everything's named correctly in a second. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, one from arc number. Alright, so we've got 12 total. And that one right there is, what part should it default to if it doesn't know what else to do? Which almost never actually comes up, but you'd be surprised. It's usually 1 because oftentimes layered 0 is, like, nothing. Like, oh, you want to have something with no eyes. For reasons. Definitely not creepy reasons. What are you talking about? Although sometimes I have to make the doesn't exist parts myself. And then we forgot glasses. So, alright. So this is just, like I told you guys, like, half the reason I'm doing this, like, normally I try to do, like, okay, I'm doing something interesting. And I mean, yeah, in theory, seeing how the dolls work behind the scenes is kinda interesting. But you're gonna be like, you're going to realize that this is not actually to you guys' benefit at all. This is you getting to share in my pain and suffering. Just completely. So much filler. And at the same time, like, very little part, like, we've automated as much as we could. Like, you need a human to say, this is what this part's going to, you know, this is what, I can make something that kind of automatically makes this, maybe. But the vast majority of this is going to be just bullshit. Alright, so we've got the parts. Next step is to make sure they're named the same as their... Oh yeah, rubber duck debugging is definitely a part of it. Alright, so I guess I'll switch over to the doll slurping view. So this magical girl maker we probably don't need anymore, but I'm gonna leave it up just in case. So right now, I know you can't see IntelliJ, but I'm gonna rename everything and be like, hey. So we've got... Instead of bow back, it's back bow. I want it to start with bow so that we have both bow layers, like... Because it, like, defaults to doing this shit. Like, alphabetical. So it's better to start with the word they have in common. So they'll be right next to each other. Bow front. Except, of course, I called it front bow in the code. Bow front. Bow front. We've got hair back and hair front. That's correct. Oh, nope. I named it hair. God damn it. Maybe I should just throw up IntelliJ over here. You know what? Fuck that other thing. That folder right there, we don't need that folder right now. I'm gonna throw up IntelliJ over here, too. Because it turns out I'm doing a lot more IntelliJ than I thought I was. If I were IntelliJ, where would I be? This one? Fuck, it's too big. Become smaller. It refuses. Better than nothing. Well, then you can't see the stupid fucking chat thing I did. Boop-a-doo. Actually, I'm not doing anything with the command line right now. Let's just do stuff over here. Alright, so I'm just renaming, making sure the names are synced in both places. I've completely lost my train of thought. Oh, right, I need to rename hair. I was just copying what PL called it. Oh, PL, why do I keep saying... I keep confusing PL and IO right now because I'm integrating with both of their work. It's hair front. So what that does is it renames it everywhere we use it. So back up there, boop, it's hair front over here. Refactoring is good. Because otherwise, like, if I were in JavaScript and I renamed something, it would be like, okay, now go find everywhere it was ever used in every file and hope it's the right fucking thing. And seriously, PL saved the day by convincing me to switch to Dart. That's just the long and the short of it. So we've got eyebrows. Oops, I camel cased it when it shouldn't be. One word, not two. Glasses. Mouth. Shoes. Skirt. Alright, I think everything's synced up name-wise. So now we've got to go insane. I'll commit real quick. You guys can't see my commit window because I only have the SSH thing open. But it's basically just, I navigate over there. Magical dolls just need renaming. And JSON BS. Alright, so that's committed. What basically that means is I now have a backup of all this. It lives out on the cloud. You know, GitHub spam on the Discord, you know, mentions it. So, step number 1. Where is the JSON? I remember PL put it inside the package, but I also needed it to go to a set place. I think that means I moved it into here. No, I did not. So I think then what I did was I left it in the package file. There. And then, yeah, I've got this extra magic spell that sends it to the same place the images go, doll source. Cool. No, that's not the right file. Oof. Alright. And Vessel was the one I was choosing to copy because it's really simple and really new. So it looks like we just have to define, after a comma, we just need to define something like this. For magical doll. And then we've got to actually have we've got to have the right amount of layers. So it's going to yell at me for a little while because we're going to be breaking JSON in order to... Yeah, it's so mad about that. You see these red squiggles? That's what I was talking about during the Great Refactory. It's just bullshit. Problem. Those are not actually the names of these things. The names are down here. Yes, red squiggles. So for one, past JR of like 5 minutes ago should not have blindly copied these comments too, because they're doing absolutely nothing and just... They're going to make it harder to copy and paste it to actually see what the part names are supposed to be. Like, I wouldn't have had to delete all of these manually if I had just not copied them in the first place. I.e., if I deleted them on the one I copied. But everyone knows past JR is bad at things. Especially past JR from like 10 seconds ago. Alright. So we're copying these so we actually figure out what the names it's expecting are. I hate red squiggles. Alright, so we've got hair back, bow back, and just for testing, because we don't actually know how many parts any of these are, because they're not named right yet, I'll set them all to be 1. And it's true, Sniper, like, throughout history, there's always been a past JR that is to blame for everything. You can't convince me that there isn't a past JR to blame for literally everything that's ever happened. Including Homestuck. There's definitely a past JR that caused Homestuck. Alright, so we've got body, we've got socks. Probably a past JR that caused the original Kickstarter to get its money taken or whatever. Socks, shoes, skirt, front bow. Alright, eyes. God. So whose bright idea was it to have it so that the person who is most likely to typo shit designed an engine that requires no typos? Like, seriously. Glasses. So there were 12 layers, if I remember right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing one. Fuck. Alright, well, we've definitely got hair back. We've definitely got bow back. We've got body. We've got socks. Shoes. We've got skirt. I see... Fuck, it says bow front. It says bow front. Look at that, I'm already screwing up. Bow front. We've got eyes. Yes. I have eyes. I don't know what you're talking about. Eyebrows. Did I count wrong before? Did I miss any? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, apparently I'm just crazy. So call me maybe. Alright. So right now, all of them say their maximum number is 1. So what we need to do is go make that actually be true. Because right now their maximum number is, fuck, I don't know. It doesn't work. So we need to go over to DollSim Correct, the magical girl maker. And so you see, IO names everything, like, based on what they are, which is really useful when you're actually making shit. Like, I get that. You can't stop me from making this number 0. I'm sure that it was meant to just be like a type thing, but no. Sometimes magical, like when you're doing a magical girl transformation scene, you're naked in between, right? That's just how it works. So now we have one body. All of this other stuff, the doll engine has no idea. It doesn't know what frill body is. It doesn't know what good place body is. IO is a treasure when they name things. Poofy sleeves collar body. I mean... Anyway, the point is, because it's procedural, it needs to have robot-friendly names. So 0, 1, 2. Like, I basically just give it a range of, look for a file name named 3.png. And, you know, if you want to make a random body, it's anywhere between 0 and, in this case, 1. It looks like this body has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. There's 17 different bodies. So at the end of it, they'll all be renamed, and it'll be, give me something random between 0 and 17. We have to do this for every layer. So first step is, did IO actually give us an empty bow? IO did not. Magical girls are required to have bows, that's just how it is. I'm going to pop over to GIMP real quick to make a completely empty 600 by 600 image to be the empty bow. I mean, maybe IO doesn't want there to be empty bows, I don't know. But it just seems like that should be an option. And I try to make that always be, like, if we decide, like, later that no bow is an option, then no bow is going to be, like, 16 or something. It makes sense to, you know, if 0 is an option, make it be early on. I regret so much some of the, like the Homestuck Doll Maker was one of the first ones, and it was just like, ugh, I think the empty hair is like 66 or something. The point is, kids, don't always fail to think things through. Alright, so oh, shit, fuck. 0.png, not comma, export, so we should see, and because my OS is weird, it thinks it's a black blob, but whatever, it's an empty hair, empty bow. Yeah, well, it's not actually, as far as I can tell, IO made this from scratch. Like, it's not a specific kind of magical girl, it's just, hey, you want to make your Sailor Moon Sona? Yeah. So, no bow, and we're going to want to copy this into the other layers. Like, because if there's no bow, you need no bow front. It's not paying attention to me, and that angers me. I totally copied and pasted it. What are you talking about? This is crazy. Look. Copy and paste. Ugh. My computer is so sad. But this is still more efficient than, like, I hate working on dolls so much. Like, I love the doll engine. Like, it does such crazy shit. But this is the most boring thing I've ever volunteered to do in my entire life. I volunteered at a library once, and let me tell you, shelving books is, like, 3 tiers above this. It should be valid to have no eyebrows. It should be valid to have a JR. Sometimes I wish I'd found some software that auto-removed my face when I was streaming for absolutely no reason. Like, what's the even point of seeing my face if there is no face? But, I mean, JR branding is too strong. Obviously, you need to be able to have no glasses, but did IO include that layer? No. Alright, do we want to have bald magical girls? Yeah, probably. I mean, how else are we going to make Krillin's magical girl Sona? I guarantee you at least one of these is going to be a bad idea. I'm gonna be like, oh, wait, turns out now the doll's fucked up if the part's ever 0. Because, like, I remember, it was the cat or the dog maker, where if you, like, oh, you don't want to have this part, it made the head, like, real weird. Okay, so I'm not sure about the boots. I think, like... I think they'll just not have feet if I include an empty part, so we'll just not have no shoes. Well, wait, the body... Okay, let's back our truck up here. Yeah, let's decide to have no shoes. Let's let that be an option. Oops. Like, as long as that's what the generic body looks like, I think we're fine. SOCKS. Oh my lord, just work. Call me maybe. Honestly, this might work for the light player land, because we've needed, like, a doll system. Like, actual dolls. Poppets. Magical Gear. Metal Gear! Alright, so we've got all these files, we've got our zeros, now we need to go back and make our ones. It's especially confusing for things that have like a left and a back, a left and a right, or front and a back, because you have to make sure they match. But IO's usually pretty good about naming them, right? Like some people, like way back when you had to submit your parts via Discord, people would just like, they would submit 2 parts named Untitled and Untitled. And I'd be like, well, which one's left? Which one's right? You know, if I have multiple untitles in a set, which 2 actually match together? Like, the entire doll process has gotten so much more efficient, you guys don't even know. Like, seriously. Oh shit, I forgot there to be a no mouth. There we go. Lips mouth is kind of an actually creepy thing. Like, does that imply there are mouths without lips? How do I feel about that? Just make me a song in my head. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna be going crazy. So if Magical Girl Metal Gear was a thing, I think the girls would transform into the Metal Gears. Like, that's just what it has to be, fundamentally. Can you imagine all the sparkle, glitter, heart bullshit? You know, the standard, like, let's zoom in on various parts of their body transformation sequence, and it's just them turning into a giant mech. It would be so great. And then the villain would have to just straight up be Snake, trying to make sure that the power of Metal Gear didn't get loose. It would be great. Here's his number. Don't call me baby. And also Snake would have to be in a tuxedo. Okay, you know, at this point, I have no idea if Io's any good at making robots or not, but I kind of want to be like, hey, Io, for absolutely no reason, can you make blocky 1960s style mech parts for the Magical Girl Maker? I promise. But no, Liquid Snake wants there to be Metal Gears. Like, Solid Snake's always stopping the Metal Gears. So Liquid Snake would be, like, he would be the Tuxedo Mask character who's supporting the Magical Girls, but is secretly evil. And Solid Snake would be the villain who's trying to stop them, but actually is trying to save the world, and they just don't realize they're threatening it. Also, you need to have 2-hour-long cutscenes about never-ending war. Alright, so I think we have at least one correctly named part for every layer. I'm committing again. I'm going to message Io real quick, don't worry. No reason at all, but maybe Magical Girl Maker could have Robo or Cyborg parts. Alright, you guys, you've been the change you wanted to see in the world. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to make sure this gets wired up to the, hey, I want to spawn a doll engine. I mean, Io probably still won't make robot parts, because I have no idea, like, robot parts are hard, yo. So we want to make sure this, including it here, lets it be generated in the list of all possible doll parts. And some of the randomizers. Like, give me a random doll of any type will come from this list. But then if you want to instantiate, say, type 45, then you need this thing, which is... I tried, like, this is the ugliest code I've ever made in the entire world. I tried to make this better. And it made the dolls, like, 10 times as slow. So sometimes you have to trade off ugly code for speed. And it makes me so upset. And it's still slightly better than the original version. Like, the original version, we had 2 doll types. Kid and Troll. And everything moved from there. Magical doll. Alright, which means... you need to know about magical dolls, too. This is the, hey, if you want to use the doll engine, here's all the dolls. Magical doll. Everybody loves Magical Trevor. And then, yep, that fixed that. So now we've got this test code I wrote 6 million years ago. Not in there. Nope. What are you doing? Stop that. Stop that. There we go. Main. So right now it was testing all of PL's stuff. We can turn that off for now. I don't care. Alright, so we want to tell a specific doll. A specific doll will be of type 45. We'll turn tests off for now. And then we open up this test page that never actually goes anywhere. It's just local. And that means we need the other view. Yay, the site can't be reached. That generally happens, like, you gotta hit refresh the first time you load something up. So this is Dartium, which is a version of Chrome that specifically runs Dart code without having to compile. 6 years from now, it'll definitely work. Alright, so there's supposed to be something on screen and there's not. That's interesting. So I'm noticing that this is going off screen a little bit, so let me shrink this fucker. It failed to find hairback 0.png. Magical dolls. I named it Magical Doll, not plural. Yay, typos. So I can either rename it in the folder or I can rename it in the file, and I'm thinking, why did I pluralize it in the first place? There. So then we can go back and hope like hell. That's really creepy, actually. So they've got the same skin color as the vessels, because I forgot to let them be their own thing. But, there's no errors. Did we just happen to get blanks for a lot? That's worse! What the fuck? What the fuck, Magical Girl Naked Cthulhu? Okay, wait, that's right. Most parts are either 0 or 1, so we're getting some weird fucking shit. Okay. Like, no, what? I think maybe the hair parts are in the wrong order. The fuck? Well, that was not so bad, but no, I want to test the hair. Alright, let's check the rendering order. Hair back. Hair front. Did I... Hair back, hair back. Hair front, hair front. Oh yeah, I'm gonna default them to the female human name list KR. Favorite thing to code? Dumb shit like the taint simulator. I used the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog because it has all the alphabets, and the whole point is that line is testing quirks. So I wanted to have all the different letters to see if it would replace shit. So the problem. Let's see what hair front looks like before I figure out exactly what's going on. So hair front 1 looks like oh, that's the download section. So hair front I mean, that's just not right. That's not what the front hair should look like. There should be a hole for the hair. So I think maybe... Gosh. I think maybe IO just made a mistake with that part. Because hair front and hair back look the same. For just that one. Like, these are all right. So real quick, we're going to confirm that. We'll add a new part 1. So here's my number. Oh, why is that song in my head? So this one's gonna be 2. Alright. So let's restart, given that we have a new part 1. I should probably make the default skin color stop being yellow. Yeah, well... That doesn't look right either, now does it? I'm not slaving the parts to each other. I don't actually know how that works in PL's new system. But yeah, see, there it is with the correct parts. Yeah, so current part 1 just is designed wrong. I made a mistake. So it looks like slaving things together still happens where it used to. So Homestuck doll would be a good example of slaving. Which basically means if this part is 1, the other part is always going to be 1, and they change together. There it is. Alright, so that's the new system, as you just say, slave 2. That's pretty easy. Like, it required multiple lines in my old system. So, hair front should slave to hair back. And bow front should slave to bow back. Oh, sorry. I forgot the code wasn't up, but I fixed that real quick. Like, just right here. That's all I did. And then, oops. Let's see what happens if it's actually better now. I'm sorry. She's wearing a giant fuck-off bow and, like, a halter top. So from behind, she's probably perfectly fine. It's just from the front. This is beautiful. You know, I don't actually know what bow front is supposed to look like. I don't have any fucking idea. So let's go check just to make sure we're not, like, crazy. Call me maybe. Stop singing that. Okay. So bow front looks like... Yeah. I mean, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's why she had that little whatever. Alright, so what I want to do is take like a 5-minute break. And then we can start renaming all these fucking parts while I guess you guys entertain me via memes. I'm gonna make a new scene that's probably just like, I don't know, a black screen? BRB. But you can still hear me, right? Cool. Um, anyway, I'm gonna stretch my legs real quick. Yeah, you can hear me. I'm not really sure, like, I want to turn it off just in case, like, the dogs go crazy or something, but I don't know. Alright, we are back. I spent 5 minutes getting a drink and figuring out exactly what I want to do next. So obviously we can do things like rename everything line by line. We're gonna eventually have to do that. But what I want to do right now, I think, is the fun shit. For example, not letting random dolls be naked. It's hilarious, and I want it to be an option because, like, I really do think it'd be fun to be like, okay, well, here's your magical girl transformation sequence, you know? And there's gonna be a naked step in between. But, you know, like naked, but bright pink or whatever. So the two things I want to do is, one, get some better default skin colors. If you guys want to, like, submit, like, give me random, like, flesh tones, like hex codes, I can add them. But in the meantime, I'm going to also... So randomize not colors. So for like Homestuck, when I'm randomizing, I had this thing that's like, okay, but you're not allowed to actually pick 0. So what was it I did for don't actually pick 0? Oh yeah, if it's 0, make it 1. I made 1, you know, have slightly more than whatever odd. Or we can just roll the +1 out to over here. Actually, I need it in hex, so, troll skin is, I want to say it's C4, C4, C4. Alright, so we're grabbing some of that. So we've also made it, you know what, I want to make it so that you guys can see. Basically, I'm just going to keep covering, so we can get rid of this one entirely. Let's add a scene so you guys can see what's going on the test page. Yes. And by yes, I mean, holy shit, why are you like 6 times bigger than the screen? I wonder if there's a way to like crop it so you can only see the doll. Alright, so what I did just now was I said, hey, no part's allowed to be 0 randomly. People will still be able to pick it. So basically, I imagine everything we're going to see is going to be a variation of this. Like, people can pick 0 if they want, but yeah, you're just never going to get an actual zeroed out part randomly anymore. Oh, thanks, KR. Alright, so we've got a range of human skin. No, that gave me the Ghiblies. Alright, we have a range of human skin. I refuse to call it anything else because Ghiblies are good. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Do-do-do-do-do. I gotta add the pound sign, or it'll yell at me forever. And we can add to this later, too. Somebody suggested... Absolutely. I think having troll magical girls are perfectly valid. Yeah, I'm sure it can be cropped, but at this point, eh. Well, let's see just in case. No, that's just resizing it. I will crop it later. I'll figure out how to crop it. And by figure out later, I mean I'm still looking at it and scratching my head. Transform? Doop! Why did that make me? Why did that entertain me so much? It should not have. I'm sorry. This is just the dumbest thing I've ever... Okay. I really want it to be just like, okay, I'm gonna code now, but it's gonna be upside down and mirrored, so that you guys understand it even less. I just wanna fucking crop it, man. Crop. Oh god, it's making me... Like, look at that, man. It's making me actually type shit. This was definitely a good use of our time. Go team. Good enough. Anyways, you can see the doll. Which means this guy can probably go up. Yeah, whatever. What was I doing and why? Oh, right, I'm wiring up the skin tones. Alright, so what am I doing and why? I am coding. That's what I'm doing. I do the Cody thing. Oh, right. I can make this worse. Yeah. That has the definitely the right amount of Ghiblies. So when we're doing random colors, we want the skin to be... We need Homestuck palette. So what this is doing is, JR's Skin Collection. So what this is doing is saying, okay, the palette is something that's called a Homestuck palette. It definitely has skin. Every time we randomize the color, pick a random color out of JR's Skin Collection. Because normally palettes don't have any skin options. Like, what this code is doing is it's saying, hey, grab the palette list, which lives over here. And the palette list is just that drop down. You know, hissy, purified, corrupt, void. Just all the fucking colors ever. Take all the fucking colors ever. Pick one of them at random. If it's ink, it doesn't actually look as good as you'd think, so instead, just make it tacky. Otherwise, use that palette. And then we're saying, on top of whatever palette you use, pick a skin color. Yeah, Ghiblies are like the creeps. They're like, ooh, that's Ghiblies. Strong bad. Alright, so let's see what happens when we do this now. So what were the default randomized color thing that Doll has is pick a random actual fucking color. Like, pick a random red value, a random green value, a random blue value. You usually get trickster-looking fucks come out of this. It's my favorite palette, but nobody will let it be the only palette. All of you heathens want to have actual sane-looking colors. Yeah, AW gets it. Alright, so let's see what happens when we actually have skin colors that aren't brisk yellow. Hey, look at that! She looks peachy. That's the exact same color again. You can do it, RNG. I believe in you. There we go. Wow, those, It just occurred to me that I don't think the shoes are supposed to be that color. No, apparently they are, because they turned Doom just there. Alright, never mind, false alarm. Hey look, she's a troll. Is there any way I can put off the boring shit any longer? Nope. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is slowly but carefully rename every file. Which is bullshit. I really need to just convince IO to, like, I know how useful the names normally are. Alright, so fuck that, fuck that. So one thing I miss about being in Mac is that in Mac, to rename something, you just hit enter. Like a fucking civilized human being. You do that in Windows? Man, I can't figure out a way to do it other than F2. If I hit enter, it tries to open it. The problem with a bulk rename utility is, like, it might be worse for horns. The problem is that they have to sync, so I have to make sure it's sorted first. I don't feel like writing shell scripts right now, but do you know of a bulk? Do you know of an existing Windows-compatible bulk rename utility, Sniper? I'm willing to try it out. Will you answer that question? I'm going to keep slowly writing shit with my hands. Because, like, using shell scripts, I know how to, like, hey, take these things in this folder with this range, and... I mean, I had a shell script that did that. Did I include it in here? Basically, Paint.net is my mortal enemy because it bloats files so badly. Like, you'll get, like, an I that's supposed to be 500 kilobytes, and it'll be, like, 10 megabytes. And it's so fucking bullshit, right? So I wrote a script that automatically ripped the bullshit out for every image. But I couldn't figure out how to say, just do it for everything in this folder, so I had to say, for images between 0 and 500, do it. And if they don't have numbers, I can't do that. I'm sure there's a way to get around that for bash scripting, but if you know of something that already exists, that would help. That would help a lot. I mean, hell, that's the most obvious place to automate shit remaining. Because everything else is, a human needs to know what this does. Literally, why not try a bulk rename utility? bulkrenameutility.co.uk. No, because regex would be the number shit. That's what I was doing before. I'm trusting you, Sniper. This looks like it's made of viruses. Download bulk rename utility. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. I'm downloading all the viruses in the world. I'm running the executable to see if it's gonna work. Yes. Selecting multiple images and naming it blank? It puts them in brackets. Yeah, the brackets wouldn't work. Accepting the agreements. The brackets would not help me at all. So I'm downloading rename utility. I'm running it. I'll probably add it once it's running. I'll probably add it to the, Oh god. You were not kidding, Sniper. You were not kidding even a little bit about how shit it looks. Let's go find it. Look at that beautiful window, everyone. Alright. This is the most beautiful thing anyone's ever created. Boy. I kind of want to fight the person who made this. I think I could take them. So, let's first navigate to where we just fucking were. This is crazy. You know, 6 years later. Sample. My god, it doesn't know what to do about folders this nested. There you go. Magical doll. Body. Alright, so what do you want us to do, you fucker? Technically, we're not actually doing commercial shit with the dolls. Like, that's the point. So I think we're fine. Hey. Is there a way to... Is there a way to delete things you said? Because you might want to delete what you just said, Milky. Yeah, seriously, redact that, Milky. Yeah, I guess it doesn't let you delete shit you'd already said. That sucks. Sorry, Sniper. Yeah, I'm trying, like, maybe as a moderator to let me, but I don't see a way to do it. Like, right-clicking on it doesn't do anything. Settings. Yeah, I don't think that was the right thing to do just now. What should I do? What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to figure out this fucking software. I want... Oh, it does? I can moderate the... No? I think that made you a mod. What? What? Really? Where? Where did YN doodle the magical girl? I need to know. Girl that I need to know. Yes. I'm going to pin that real quick. I know you guys can't see my Discord, but whatever. I'll get rid of the pin that was telling me that I needed to fix the time hole like a month ago. I already did that. Actually, streaming is making Discord so slow that maybe I need to not pin it right now. Rip. Alright, so we're back to, yelling at a UI. Like, at this point, this will have speed. I know it will. Okay, you're posting shit. I'm checking Imager. First N, numbering, prefix, start, comment 1, base 10. Alright, I'll try that out. Auto date, numbering, mode, prefix, start, 0. So, I guess it'll just do it in the order I sorted it in, because if it doesn't, then hair's gonna fuck up, and so will bows. Let's hope. Let's hope really hard. And then you said remove the first 99. Okay. So I'm gonna go look and make sure that it did it in the correct order. That was what, body? Yeah, okay. You have saved me, you have done me a great service this day, Sniper. And this is why I streamed. Well, this is terrifying in its own special way. I guess IO started out naming these? Which makes me, oh no, look, bow back and bow front are different. Oh yeah, magical girls are definitely out. So bow back and bow front are different, which means I have to manually fix that. Fuck. Did I forget to transfer something over? Shit. I think IO didn't give me all the bows, because I'm looking at another folder right now, and Magical Maker Part 2 doesn't have any bows in it. No, 10/4/2 is correct. It's sorting it alphabetically, not numerically. So front has like a shit ton of different parts. Hi, cat. The problem is there's no such thing as just the front. If it's empty, it's supposed to have a 0. It's supposed to be the blank image. So these are gonna be fucked up. Okay. I think I have a plan for fixing this. And that plan is delete them all, because I've got the backup right now. Don't even see what settings. I don't want them sorted logically. I want them sorted alphabetically like they are. That's fine. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix this real quick. Like, numerical, alphabetical sorting is standard for code. Logical sorting is weird. Alright, so armor bow is going to be a copy of 1 right there, so I'm going to delete it. So this is going to be like, this is one of the reasons why I can't always do auto shit, is I gotta be careful that everything syncs up. Like, bow 2 front should have a bow 2 back, even if it's empty. If it doesn't, it will crash. So I'm looking at a different folder and I see big back bow, cat. Alright, I see one that matches up. I see Magical Girl back bow and Magical Girl front bow. Shit. My computer is so sad about this. Oh yeah, I need to do this manually and then do the syncer, which is what I'm trying to work on right now. It's just a matter of what's supposed to be matched with what, and it looks like in some cases they're not supposed to be matched. Oh god, my computer's being so slow right now because of the streaming. Stop thinking. Just work. Tina, hush. Hush. Guess who has dogs? It's me. You can't even see me, like I'm sitting on this other window. I should, like, stream it too, but I bet that would slow it down. I'm just trying to open up the magical doll thing so I can figure out how to sync these two things. Alright. Oof. Alright, so that's bow front. I'm in bow back. Alright, so... Hahaha, never mind. I screwed up really bad. I need to open up... Everything's so slow. Why is my file system this slow? You're so boring. Come on. Why did you... Don't be like that, bro. Just fucking work. I can only tell by the image names which things are supposed to be combined or not. Okay, yes, I accept this. Kara's working on the merch problem. Like, it's even deeper than we thought it was. It's so stupid. Fucking finally. Go, 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 go. Go! Any second now. Jesus fuck. Okay, so it looks like the only bow I have to worry about having a corollary on both sides is Magical Girl back bow. Because there is Magical Girl front bow. Any minute now. My computer is so sad at me. Why am I doing this to it? It asks while it catches on fire. God, this is so... ugh. Alright. Alright. Fuck the entire world. I've got 2 windows open now that both have the DollSim correct stuff. I want this one to be 1, because this is the only one I need to care about. Any second now. 10 years from now. You're 1. The equivalent on the other screen is also going to be 1. And then everything else can be whatever order, but I just have to pad it with empty images. Oh fuck. Magical Girl front bow in the other window. Seriously, Tina, it's just a cat. You know what cats are. And so, hey, oh no, I've gravely misunderstood what's going on here. Never mind, hold on, everybody stop panicking. I just realized what's going on. They're not supposed to be synced. Even though they have similar names. Because I'm looking at all of these, and no, if most of them need to have, like... You can have a fucking tail and a bow on your chest, like... Shit. Okay. Okay. I need to unslave them. Once I unslave them, we can just go back to doing shit. Let's leave a note for future JR, because she is not going to know what the fuck was going on. Both are named Bo. Doesn't mean they should be slave to... Solved? Yes. Slave to each other. Alright, now future JR knows not to quote-unquote fix that. I think we can just go back to using that shitty fucking tool. We have liberated the bows. So let's just... I don't care. So that was a complete waste of time as I failed to understand what I was going for. Shit, what? Alright, so we've got eyebrows. And hey, you know what's really, like, therapeutic is not having eyes be, like, left eye, right eye. Like, I get why we're doing that for Homestuck, like, that's part of canon. But Jesus fuck, is that, like... Because especially the old way, people would, like, people constantly submit, like, left eye and right eye, and they get it wrong, and they don't sync it up, and... Ugh. Like, at least with horns, you can very clearly see, okay, this is the left horn. And all but the rarest of cases. Oh my lord. Tina. Why are you doing that, girl? And you probably can't hear it, but there's like a cat out in the distance trolling her. And she falls for it every damn time. We are almost done with magical girls, and then I'll do a regular slurp, maybe? I don't know. I can probably deploy just the magical girl maker first. Like, one of the things I need to stop doing is assuming I have to do everything all at once in a big pile. Because that was leading me to mega stress levels. Okay, so that, I think, is done. So let's, murder it. Yes. Ah, shit, no, not that! I didn't, oh, I murdered that. I accept this. Alright, so before I forget, I'm going to commit. No, 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 no. Sniper told me about... What's the name of this fucking thing? Bulk rename utility. Bulk rename utility. Alright, so... In theory... We can hit refresh on the doll page and something... We shouldn't see anything different, first of all. So we're confirming that first. It looks like Jade Harley, doesn't it? Look at that, you guys. What were the odds? I'm saving that one. Like when she's Grimbark? A little bit. Alright. So now we gotta do some code changes. We gotta actually keep track of, and I want that window where it had the folder ship back, because that's where I'm about to go be. Alright, now ladies. No. This one, maybe? Oh fuck, not that one. That one? Good enough. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. Thank you for understanding. Oh my god. There. Slightly better than it could be. There. And then what we need is we want fucking Jade Harley to be above whatever. Yeah, there we go. Is there a crown hat layer? No, there is not. Maybe eventually there will be, but right now there is not. I did not submit anything like that. Yeah, that is basically like randomly generated Jade fucking Harley. It's pretty great. Like it even looks like it might have buck teeth. So what we need to do now is go over to this doll JSON for Magical Girl, and instead of ones, make them be the correct numbers. Bow back. The maximum bow back is 4. So this part's a little slow. There we go. Any day now. Oh, hey, it's not responding. Excellent. This will definitely speed me up. I can't even tell if the stream is working because my computer is hanging so badly.